Hi friends, in this video we will discuss how to prepare for drafting. Now I think lot of my friends would think that I have analyzed my client, I have analyzed other side, I have got documents from my clients, I have got instructions. Now I have to simply start drafting. Where is this question of preparing for drafting? Friends, we need to keep in our mind that whenever we do a drafting, from the point we start to draft, the entire draft of our pleadings has to run in front of our eyes. That is important. Once you start drafting, we should not halt. We can't take a break. It's a process which goes on in a continuous manner. Then and then only we will have a proper flow in our drafting. I cannot sit for a drafting with 10 different pages before me, and whenever I want I am picking one, looking at it, drafting, picking, then searching, finding something, where is that, what happened? No. The moment we start drafting, once we close our eyes and we start our dictation, the entire draft is in front of our eyes. What we are doing is only typing the mental image of the entire draft which is there in our mind. And for this, to create this situation wherein the entire draft is in our mind, after closing eyes I can see the draft in front of my eyes. For that purpose, friends, we have to do some basic preparation before we start the actual drafting. Now, these are very normal activities. There is nothing great we have to do before drafting. It's only the compilation of all and each and every aspect which has been told to us, all documents given to us, everything has to be in a line. Again, a same pattern we have to follow. We have our instruction book. Very simple thing we have to do. First, write the court in which we are going to file. 2, the laws involved in our litigation. 3, what is the nature of my suit? Whether it is a RAE suit, whether it is a Consumer Protection Act suit, whether it is a Cooperative Court Act suit, whether it is injunction suit, whether it is a specific performance relief suit. And fourth, the parties involved in that. For example, our client, his name, who is going to file against other person whom we are filing. Now, what is this? This 4 is nothing but our cause title, because I know in the court of so and so, RAE suit number so and so versus so and so. So my cause title is ready. So when I draft, I know how many plaintiffs are there, how many defendants are there. Now if plaintiff is authorized representative, I will write authorized representative. So all my draft is started getting in front of my eyes that in the court of small causes of judicature at so and so, in the high court of judicature at so and so, before the city civil court so and so. So my draft is started in front of me. I know this is the court, this is the nature of suit, these are the parties. Followed with that, write the purpose for which the present suit is filed. Now everybody has their own ways of drafting, but I would suggest the first para should give us, or rather give the court, the information for which we have filed the suit. For example, the plaintiff has filed the present suit for seeking the injunctions against the defendants, restraining them from demolishing so and so, so and so, so and so, or restrain them from entering suit premises, that is so and so, so and so. Now, why this is important? In first para itself, even the court is very clear that, oh, this gentleman has come before me seeking this relief. So court understands why we have filed a suit. So write that. Then in our notebook write the facts chronologically along with the documents given to us, so that I have the entire chronology with me. I have documents. I know this is my exhibit A, this is my exhibit B, this is my exhibit C, etc., etc. So I write the entire facts leading to the present litigation. Facts, here what I am saying, facts writing means those pointers, and all those pointers I have to elaborate when I actually start my draftings. So in a way I have to have all pointers with me as regards my factuality of case, as regards my documentations, as regards my situations of case, and those pointers when I write, it becomes absolutely easy for us to draft them, because that is how that draft will get in a flow. So write those pointers. After our pointers regarding factual position, write the pointers as to what has actually happened in that matter. Subsequent to that, just write a noting whether there are compliances of notices. For example, if you are having a case of 138, obviously you have to write the notice issued, received, payment not made, all those things. Followed with that, we have to keep in our mind that our standard draft or standard compliances which we are supposed to do. How is the jurisdiction? What is the court fee? Supposing it's a premises, then it is not coming under slums, it is not coming under forest. So all that standard pleadings which will come, liberty to add, amend, alter, non-filing of caveat, non-receiving of caveat, I have not filed any suit anywhere else. So all these standard things which are there, you write that. Then write the gist of praise. Friends, once we write this in our instruction book, and then when we sit for our actual drafting, I can guarantee you friends, you have to just close your eyes, all those pointers will be in front of your eyes. Just start elaborating one by one each of the pointer. Your draft will slowly and gradually start coming into the form which is in very much flow, which has absolute chronology involved in it, you know the documents, you know the exhibits. So, this is how your first draft would come into existence. So, once I have my pointers, it becomes absolutely easy to draft. So, my request to my friends is, please keep this habit of having pointers, and that is what I mean to say preparation for the draft. Drafting should immediately not start on taking instructions. I have to accumulate all information, I have to eliminate something, I have to add something. So, all that, have them in your pointers. Once you start drafting, you know, yes, these are the things which I have to cover, these are my pointers, these are absolute necessary, and then your draft will be a very excellent draft. It will have a nice flow covering each and every aspect which you want to say. So, friends, these were some tips as regards the preparation for draft. In our next video, we will discuss how to prepare for conference. Thank you.